So hello everyone, I am going to report and understanding the self, and my topic is taking charge of one's health and well-being. So we're going to talk about stress. So when we say stress, it is the body's reaction to a challenge and a physical reaction to a person's emotion. So meaning, it's stress. It is the body's natural response to any demand, challenges, or pressure, whether physical, emotional, or mental. So, stress occurs when you feel threatened, overwhelmed, and unable to cope with a situation. So, yung mga symptoms ng stress is yung headache, migraines, fatigue, sleep problems, anxiety, irritability, and so on. So, ano ba yung mga common causes ng stress? So, pwede din dito yung sa school, kasi sa school, di ba, dito medyo nakaka-stress din yung mga activities, mga heavy activities. Also, financial problem, family problem, and health concern. So, let's talk about the three types of stress. So, we have acute, episodic acute, and chronic acute. So let's talk about the first type of stress, which is the acute. So when we say acute, it is the result of recent or anticipated stressors and due to day is stressors. So meaning, this is just a short-term kind of stress that happens because of a recent or expected events. So, ito lang yung mga pang-araw-araw natin na problema or yung mga sudden situation natin that usually goes away once the situation is over. So, yung mga halimbawa nito is yung waking up late, running to class, or getting a bad grade. So, let's talk about the episodic acute. So, when we say episodic acute, this is the stress that continuously pops up, sometimes in a pattern, and is accompanied by worried. So when we say episodic acute, it is a type of stress that happens frequently or repeatedly. So this usually happens when a person always experiencing a severe stress in a short term. And usually, ang mga taong nakaka-experience nito is yung mga laging nagmamadali, yung laging kinakabahan, or laging iniisip yung mga bagay-bagay. So, a person who experience this type of stress have a high expectation on themselves in works and school, even if they are struggling to rest. So, ang example nitong episodic acute nito is halimbawa, yung isang college student is palagi siyang nagka-cram sa mga activities nila or tuwing exam. So, kinakabahan ang isang estudyante kapag deadline na. So, sa sobrang pag-aalala, syempre, inaalala yung grades. So, maaari siyang makakaranas ng episodic acute. So let's talk about the third type of stress, which is the chronic acute. So when we say chronic acute, it is the never-ending stress that relentlessly wears away at you. So this is a long-term stress that doesn't go away and keeps building up. So ito yung mga pangmatagalan nating problema. So ang halimbawa nito is yung financial problem. So 'di ba, ito yung major source of stress natin, financial problem. Then sa pag financial problem, 'di ba, hindi ito madaling nawawala. It takes months bago mawala tong problema na to. So ito yung example ng chronic acute. So since tapos na tayo sa three types of stress, let's talk about sa college life stressor. So, meron tayong 12 college life stressors. So, the first one is academic matters. So, when we say academic matters, it includes exams, yung projects, deadlines, and grades na the students may feel pressure to perform well in a classroom or manage a heavy workloads and maintain scholarship. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung staying up late to study or worrying about failing a grade. So, since mga estudyante naman tayo, syempre, nakaka-experience din tayo nito na pag tayo ay may exam, usually, di ba, naaabutan tayo ng gabi para lang mag-review. So, parang isa siya sa dahilan kung bakit tayo stress. So, let's talk about the second stressor, which is the friendships. So, of course, college life involves meeting new people and maintaining relationships. So, this includes misunderstanding, conflicts, and feeling of left out can cause an emotional stress. So, ang halimbawa nito is arguing with friends or feeling lonely when you don't feel that you fit in that circle of friends. So, 'di ba, minsan nakakaranas din tayo nito yung hindi natin mafe-feel na fit tayo sa isang circle of friends, minsan nalileft behind tayo. So, pag na-experience natin 'yun, parang sumasama yung pakiramdam natin, then parang nagko-cause na siya ng stress rin kasi iniisip na natin kung paano ba tayo mag-maintain ng relationship kasi sa naman 'di ba, when we are studying, of course, we also need friends that will going to support us. The third one is technology. So, I know naman, already know naman that technology is helpful. So, technology can also be a source of distraction or stress, such as an online classes or slow internet and information overload that makes a student anxious. So, halimbawa nito is yung losing Wi-Fi connection during online class or overusing social media. So, di ba yung usually pag mahina yung signal natin tapos may online class tayo, syempre kailangan nating magsali sa mga online class. Then syempre, pag mahina yung signal, is nai-stress tayo kasi hindi na natin maiintindihan kasi putol-putol na yung signal. So the next one is boarding house issue. So students who live far away from home may face problem with roommates, rent, or living condition. So it can be hard to adjust to independence and manage household. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung conflict with roommates or paying rents. So, di ba, hindi rin maiiwasan sa boarding house na magka-conflict ka with roommates kasi di ba yung ibang roommates is may parang makalat, hindi inaayos yung mga gamit nila. Syempre, ikaw na bilang taong malinis, syempre parang may stress ka rin ron. So, another example is yung paying rent. So, of course, na-stress din tayo kasi magbabayad tayo buwan-buwan sa renta. Then, lalo na kung nakaka-experience tayo ng financial problem, then iisipin mo pa na pabayad ka ng renta. So the next one is life direction. So students worry about their future goals and career path. So they might feel unsure if they choose the right course or if they'll succeed after graduation. So 'di ba sa classroom natin, karamihan sa atin is hindi talaga gusto yung education. So minsan nako-question natin yung sarili natin kung bakit ba ito yung pinili nating course, kung makakapasa ba ako dito, makakagraduate ba ako. So 'di ba may pa nga na pag sa isang estudyante is yung pinili niya is education, then yung gusto niya talagang course is halimbawa medicine. So parang sa pinili niyang course, parang hindi siya doon dedicated kasi iba naman talaga yung gusto niya. And sa kakaisip niya yun, makaka-experience siya ng stress. Let's talk about the financial problem. So, financial problem, it is the major source of stress. So, students may feel to struggle to pay for their tuition, buy school supply, or afford daily needs. So, ang halimbawa nito is yung isang estudyante is nagtatrabaho siya part-time para lang suportahan ang sarili niya. So, 'di ba nakaka-stress din 'yon kasi nag-aaral ka na nga, tapos habang nag-aaral ka, syempre maraming activities, maraming heavy workloads. Of course, na-stress ka doon. Then dumadagdag pa yung financial problem. So, pag hirap kasi tayo financially, parang nagkakaroon tayo ng stress. Iisipin mo kung paano mo ba 'to babayaran, kung magkakasya pa ba yung perang meron ka para sa mga basic needs mo. So let's talk about the way of life. So adjusting to a new environment, schedule, or lifestyle can be stressful. So students need to balance study, social life, and responsibilities. So ito yung mag-a-adjust ka sa mga bagay-bagay or mga lugar na hindi ka nasanay. So halimbawa ako, I am from Masbate, then lumipat din ako dito sa Daraga. Since iba yung parang language dito kaysa dun sa amin, mag-a-adjust ako. So kailangan kong magsalita ng Tagalog, kailangan kong matuto sa salitang Bicol. Yun yung pag-a-adjust ko dito sa Daraga. And of course, halimbawa na lang din nung grade 12 ako, since ang kaklase ko lang noon is 12 lang, then nag-a-adjust ako nung mga first day of school pa natin, since 'di ba 50 din tayo noon. So hindi ako sanay na sobrang marami yung kaklase ko. So let's talk about the intimate relationship. So romantic relationship can bring happiness, but it can also bring problems when occurs. Yung mga breakups, jealousy, or lack of communication can affect focus and emotion. So halimbawa ito is feeling sad or distracted after a misunderstanding with a partner. So if ang isang estudyante is mayroon siyang partner, then nag-away sila because of misunderstanding, tapos pagbukas papasok siya sa eskwelahan, syempre dahil nag-away sila, then hindi pa nila naayos yung pinag-awayan nila, syempre papasok siyang distracted and wala siya sa focus, which is nakakaapekto sa pag-aaral. So let's talk about health issues. So poor physical or mental health can affect academic performance. So, yung stress, lack of sleep, and unhealthy habits can lead to illness. So, ang mga halimbawa nito is yung mga estudyanteng mayroong sakit, then parang pag nagkakaroon sila syempre ng sakit, 'di ba, ay hindi sila nakakapasok sa klase. Then syempre, pag hindi sila makakapasok sa klase is marami silang hahabulin na mga lessons na kailangan habulin, kasi paano na lang kung mapag-iwanan sila, then hindi na sila makakahabol. Then pag hindi sila nakahabol, syempre they will going to feel stress, kasi magre-reflect din yun sa grades nila. So kung meron tayong sakit, of course nakakaapekto din yun sa pag-aaral natin. So let's talk about travel and commute. So long travel and unreliable transportation can cause stress. So ang halimbawa nito is being late to class because of traffic and transportation problem. So yun nga, yung 'di ba yung pag nagbabiyahe ka na, then nalilate ka na, tapos traffic pa, of course, 'di ba nakaka-stress din 'yon. Then isa pa yung pagsira yung jeep or yung sasakyan, 'di ba nakaka-stress din, lalo na yung late ka na nga sa paggising, then sira pa yung jeep, then paano na lang? Nakaka-stress din, 'di ba, isipin na may ganong problema. So let's talk about family. So family expectation or problems at home can affect the student's concentration. So 'di ba minsan pag may problema ang isang pamilya, tapos syempre naisip mo rin yung problema na yon, parang naaapektuhan din yung pag-aaral mo, hindi ka nakaka-focus. Then isa pa dito yung pag sa family, 'di ba? Syempre yung parents natin may expectation din sa atin, especially if honor student ka. So, 'di ba, pag may expectation sa atin yung parents natin, nai-stress tayo kasi dapat yung gawin lang natin is mag-aral lang, kailangan mataas yung grades natin. Pero nakaka-stress 'yan kasi iisipin mo kailangan mo i-maintain yung grades na 'yon na minsan hindi na alam naman natin sa sarili natin na hindi natin kaya. So the last one is peer pressure. So the pressure to fit in order to what others are doing can cause stress. So ang halimbawa nito is feeling forced to join parties, drinks, or follow trends. So that's all. Thank you for listening in my video presentation. So I hope you learned something in this video.